What cheese does not belong to you? Nacho cheese. I don't know why. I've said it probably 100 times. I can still laugh at it.
Why did the singer carry a bucket to her show?
I'm not sure.
She had to carry your tunes.
Sorry. How do you weigh a millennial in Instagrams?
If you climb your neighbor's tree, what law are you probably breaking?
I think this one was gravity.
Law of gravity.
I think so.
What do you call a fake noodle?
I don't know.
An imposter.
Are you always the first person to laugh at your dad joke?
Often, yeah.
What's the difference between Jesus and pizza? And Jesus can't be topped.
Oh, total church joke.
Grace actually told me what dad jokes mean. It should not be really funny, but it should be funny because it's not funny. That's what she told me.
We have a rule that if I think it's funny, it's funny.
I say a lot of things to my children that are probably like interpreted as jokes. Like, go do your homework, or it's time to come home.
What I do is I make up songs. If my daughter says any line, I would just make up a song. You know, I'll sing a song that has that line. And they get irritated at that. So that's funny too. It's amusing to them, and then I get pleasure out of them being happy.
Jokes help us kind of have a little bit of a replenishment cycle where we can remember that, you know, it's not always that hard, and there are moments that are joyful, and joy matters.
Trying to make a connection at like a human level, like I can goof around too, right? I'm human, I'm normal, and it's okay.
I think it's important to, especially in the season we're in, to have some humor, to laugh and stuff. And I wish I did more of that actually with them. Sometimes they say, "Dad, you're too serious."
My dad has his doctorate in math, okay? So he is kind of a structured thinker, but he was always doing goofy things. He'd pick me up at middle school, and if it was snowy, sometimes he'd do a burnout, like in the parking lot. Here's my dad with a PhD in math, who just every now and then he'd just let loose and he'd do, he'd do a donut in the snow. There was this part of him that was just full of life and just wanted to make people laugh.
I haven't honestly given that a ton of thought. Like, is God funny, right? I think when God made a platypus, that was pretty funny, right? Like, like why would you make a platypus, right?
I think that he is obviously the great creator. And I think he is an entertainer.
I've got to know him a little better as a father, as somebody who's very protective and somebody who definitely cares and creates a path for us.
We are fathers, and yes, we are sons. God is not only taking care of my children, but taking care of me. They have their papa, heavenly papa and their earthly papa.
Give me one more.
Let's see, I gotta pick the best one here. When does the joke become a dad joke?
I don't know.
When the joke becomes apparent. Yeah.